I feel like I should be, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna reduce the volume here, quite a bit because, the song will get claimed and blocked worldwide and all this other junk, and I don't need those problems right now. So, we can just, kind of enjoy it without the music in the background. I kind of want to mute it entirely, but I won't do that. We could just see. I know there's going to be a secret ending that I won't have access to because I didn't beat it on like the hardest difficulty or something like that. But you know, we'll or I'll watch that on YouTube or something like that. Somebody out there unlocked it. Probably not that exciting. I actually watched the ones for the earlier games and they weren't that exciting. Uh, I mean, there were like one or two secret endings that were like, oh man, you know, like it's actually pretty cool. Like one of the fights between Roxas and Riku in Kingdom Hearts 2, where like they were jumping off the buildings and jump. They had one of those fights, and that one was pretty dope actually. But other than that, they've been fairly okay. And all right, credits. All right, I actually beat Kingdom Hearts 3. And let me see. Okay. Overall thoughts on this game are I like it, asterisk. So one of the like just general things about Kingdom Hearts 3 for me is that I really like everything about it when it comes to the combat, the animations, the texture work, the I'm not gonna mention voice acting, but you know, like the worlds, the characters, all of that stuff I really like. But when you get down to the story, that is where it crashes and burns for me. I, as mentioned when I first played this, I was seeking answers to a lot of questions. And I might go as far to say that this game answered none of those questions. Not a single question that I can think of was answered from Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Dream Drop Distance, like all of those games. You know, like why does Roxas look like Ventus? They touched on it ever so slightly. What happened to the armor? How did Xehanort travel through time again to get his 13 darknesses? How did he bring all his other 13 darknesses over here? Where's the master? He just kind of stepped off and walked away and was never seen again. How is Xion back? How did Roxas get his own replica body when Sora has the heart of Roxas in him? And how did Naminé get released when Kairi has the heart of Naminé in her? And it's like they're nobodies. And it's just that's not even scratching the surface of what other questions are needing to be answered. And it's kind of frustrating. It's kind of frustrating that it just I I just I just want some answers, you know? And I didn't think they were going to answer them all, but I figured they would close in all of the lingering threads, I guess, and you know, create some new ones. Wow, young Ericus was Drake Bell. He's a voice actor? What the heck? If you don't know him, he's from Drake and Josh on Nickelodeon. A long time ago. Anyways. So that's kind of where I stand with Kingdom Hearts 3 overall. Extremely disappointed with the the lack of completeness, I guess. Yeah. So was it satisfying? Absolutely freaking not. The story was not satisfying at all. It did come to a conclusion, and that in of itself is kind of nice. Don't have to worry about uh I guess Xehanort anymore. And so if there's going to be another Kingdom Hearts, it's going to follow some other different antagonist or something like that, presumably. And we'll get to experience new things. Did it feel complete? I'm gonna kind of say yes, but no. I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say there are like the story as a whole is complete, but there's just too many things that don't make sense or just need a simple answer before I really want to say that like Kingdom Hearts is complete and the story is complete, because there's a lot of things we don't know about these characters and how they do things and why they do things and all this other stuff. Like the motivations for Evan finally joining our side. I think we needed a little bit more of that. The researcher guy that was working with us, his human form, why? Give me some more. And I have here the classic Kingdom Hearts story approach: present more questions than answers about what's going on. And I kind of just went into that. I went into that like ad nauseum and all the other thoughts videos that I've had. But that really is just the tried and true formula for Kingdom Hearts. Is they will present you with a ton of questions. They may answer one or two from the same game or previous games, but it's very unsatisfying to just be given something like that and not have anything else to go off of. And then I have things here like, how is old Master Xehanort back? How are they bringing back people through time when their plan failed initially? Is 13 Darkness Riku a replica? We actually did find out he was a replica. And if so, why talk about bringing him through time? Because they mentioned that a few times. Where the heck did Vanitas come from? Wasn't he dead? I forgot about Vanitas. Oh man, it kind of makes me salty that Vanitas came back too. And how was the pacing? So Kingdom Hearts games are kind of like in their own little realm, because when it comes to pacing out the story, the game is kind of about Sora visiting all these really cool Disney worlds. And that in of itself is primarily what Kingdom Hearts is about from a gameplay perspective. And so it's about visiting those worlds and experiencing those individual stories, and then adding little tidbits of Kingdom Hearts into them to eventually come to a grand conclusion of Kingdom Hearts mythos. And when it comes to that, I have here, it's an awkward quest about finding the power of waking and also running into Organization 13 to have them do light info dumps on what they are doing. And this to me is just a flaw of the story and the pacing itself, because I recognize that Kingdom Hearts is about visiting all these Disney worlds and their individual stories, but I feel like a Kingdom Hearts game desperately needs a game where it's just focused on the Kingdom Hearts aspect of going from point A to point B in a main story, not going to the frozen world to find out what's going wrong with the frozen chick. I don't remember her name. And, you know, rescuing her and all this other stuff. It's, it just doesn't really have any of that. And that kind of segues into there's very little proactive assaults on Organization 13. And I think that's one of my main issues with it is we're just kind of stumbling around trying to do what we can when, you know, we can actually instead visit these worlds to stop Kingdom Hearts, or not Kingdom Hearts, to stop Organization 13. You know, we'll uncover their plans as we go. We do this stuff. It won't be accidental, and this entire time it was accidental. Let me see. What did I like about the story? For the most part, I from the story itself, I thought it was all right, I guess. We go on a quest to get the power of waking. We get said power of waking, and then, to my recollection, we just go fight. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. I think I'm missing something in between those two, but that's pretty much it. The writing, the writing was okay. I'll get into this a little bit later, but it's more of the execution of said writing from a character standpoint where things kind of falter. I did mention that I do like a lot of the characters. I think everybody has their own separate little quirk, and it's kind of nice. You know, each character does feel unique, and to kind of go into that a little bit more, there are like 3 separate Rikus in this game, and they all did feel unique in some way, and so that was kind of nice. Let me see, gameplay, mechanics, and design. What gameplay elements stand out? General movement was tinkered with and is ultimately a downgrade. New animations for changing direction slow down moving, which loses its fluidity. I don't remember when I was tinkering with this, but when you're moving forward, you start off at like a slower pace, and then you eventually speed up to go a little bit faster. It's kind of weird. But then when you want to move from side to side, it's not as smooth, I guess, especially when you want to go from forward to maybe like a hard right angle. You'll get into this transition animation, and it just interrupts the flow, and it doesn't work the way it really should. It, like in all the other Kingdom Hearts games that I can recall, you know, it's just like a 360 axis, so you can go in perfect circles. In this game, I don't think you can go in perfect circles. You're gonna run into those 45-degree angle, like, oh, I gotta move my foot over here and then do that, and it doesn't work for me. For combat, I have combat starts with some nice tools from older games and continues to implement more tools, creating a plethora of options and play styles. I really like that it really does feel like they took the best of all the Kingdom Hearts games and put it into this one. The only thing that was missing was wielding multiple keyblades, which I can understand they got rid of for the drive forms from Birth by Sleep. So that's fine. The combat is just fantastic. Is it better than Kingdom Hearts 2? I probably want to say no, but it's the distance between them is probably not that much. Let me see. Flow motion is not as smooth as Dream Drop Distance, which was the highlight of the game. highlight of Dream Drop Distance, at least for me. Flow motion in that game was just a fantastic, amazing, fantastic, fantastical. And I was really excited that they brought flow motion into this game, but it wasn't quite the same. And they gave us abilities and things like that to improve it, and that helped a lot. But by that point, I wasn't even trying to use it, so I really didn't get a chance to see if that was going to give me the results that I wanted. But ultimately, you can't do any infinite jumping or anything like that anyways, so it'll probably just be moot at that point. For dungeons, I mean, there's no dungeons, so like favorite worlds perhaps. I can't think of any favorite worlds. I really liked Tangled's. Well, you know, I'll just say I really like Tangled. I think the characters, the quips, the dialogue, the voice acting, all of that was absolutely superb. It probably was the best world for me off the top of my head. There's probably another one in there that's better, but that one at least is very high up. I was very happy with the Tangled world. None of them were annoying. None of them really had crazy backtracking, and practical dungeon design didn't seem to be that much of an issue. No cardinal sins that I can think of.
Finally, back where it belongs.
Oh my gosh, that's Homeboy Slice. Forget his name, but he's the one that took the box after the master told him to go.
Did you summon us back?
Yep.
Is that you, Lucio? You look different.
Haven't heard that name in a long while.
What is that?
These days they call me Xigbar, but hey, whatever suits you.
Is it really you?
Yeah, but some time ago I had to cast my old form away. Been through plenty more semblances since, but it's still me underneath it all.
What happened? Why are we here? You tell me!
I had a role to play. And after all these years, it's done.
What role?
The box. How did I forget about that?
I guess Ava didn't make it after all.
Meaning what?
I told her, clear as day, what it is I had to do.
And is that why you decided to exclude her?
As if. Ava had her own mission, and she carried it out.
I've heard enough! Lucio, what was your role?
I hope you like long stories.
I'm here. I mean, all the long stories. Dragon.
Oh, right. What's this? I heard about this new game.
Seven black pieces. And?
Just watch.
Lushu, my dog. All right. Well, I'm gonna continue here. So yeah, no cardinal sins that I could think of. There we go. That's the end. They did a really nice thing that I actually didn't mention yet, where you actually don't have to swap in party members or swap in or out party members, which is super nice. Absolutely fantastic. You can actually just keep Donald and Goofy in the entire time, and you get like these little guest party members that just help you out. It's great. Absolutely great. For sound, the music, as per usual lately, I haven't been able to listen to the music as well as I want to. But there's a lot of older Kingdom Hearts tracks in here that I think were remixed, and for the most part, they were fantastic. I did hear the remixed Hollow Bastion music in this game, which I was kind of disappointed in because I like the original, and the remixed one is not as good, but you know, it's fine. Voice acting. Many characters such as Riku have stiff voice acting. It's just a Kingdom Hearts thing. Voice acting in Kingdom Hearts is always kind of awkward. The delivery, the just I guess like the vocal inflections and things like that. I don't know if this is a director kind of thing or if it's a voice actor kind of thing, but especially for Riku, you know, you got those things where it's like, I am going to save you, Sora, you know, and it's like, come on, I'm gonna save you, Sora. You know, you don't gotta put in these long pauses in there. However, there are voice or characters that were voiced over very, very well, like Axel, Aqua, even Sora was actually voiced over pretty well. Kairi, Donald and Goofy, all of those characters were done really, really well. So, mad props for you know, trying to bring it back a little bit. For graphics, the visuals are fan-freaking-tastic. Oh my goodness. I really, really like that in this game, they have so many cutscenes. And then there's those cutscenes where like they're cutscenes and then the camera just rotates around and suddenly you're back to controlling things. Those are really, really nice. And a lot of them are kind of slick too. For replay value, there's probably some replay value in this game. It's probably only for like secret endings. I have no idea what awaits for a second playthrough, but you know, whatever. And then for the very last section of my thoughts, if the developer is watching, I'm gonna say that I did enjoy playing this game. It was a ton of fun. I had a great time, and I don't regret anything about this. Kingdom Hearts is probably a mainstay for me. I'll probably play it until the end of time, basically. The mechanics just seem to get better. The grasp of what works and what doesn't seems to get better. And it also seems like it's just the right amount of experimentation. There's a lot of nuance and there's so much that is in this game, and it's done so well, even the little things. And so all of that is like vastly appreciated. But it just, when it comes down to the storytelling, I would love to see this game taken in a different direction. I know it's all about traveling to Disney worlds, experiencing the Disney stories, but I really believe that Kingdom Hearts needs a game where the focus is on the bad guy and stopping that, rather than visiting the worlds and their stories. We need to focus on the main story and get that out of the way. It's probably a little late for that right now because, you know, we just beat Master Xehanort and that story is over across all these games. It was like 9 games or whatever. But that's primarily where I feel like the biggest weakness is. I just want answers. I don't care if they're weak answers. At this point, I just want answers to so many lingering questions. I don't know, maybe there's some side quests or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah. I will say that it has been a long time since Kingdom Hearts 2. And with the arrival of Kingdom Hearts 3, I do think that more Kingdom Hearts games would be greatly welcomed. There's so many characters now that this franchise could just go in so many more directions than it already has. You know, we can get a game with Roxas, Xion, and Axel. We can get a game with Ventus, Terra, and Aqua again. You know, it's crazy. Just the amount of customization options as far as what characters can go where. I guess the next game is going to be rescuing Kairi. Yeah. Anyways, that is going to be it for me for today. It's been a wild ride. I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you next time. Peace.